Drawing an eye with colored pencils can be a rewarding experience. It requires focus and patience. By practicing this basic exercise, you can learn to draw realistic eyes in no time. Here's a step-by-step guide to help you achieve a realistic look. Here are the materials you will need. Colored pencils, various colors including skin tones. Blues, greens, browns, and whites. A good quality drawing paper. A pencil sharpener. I like to use a mechanical sharpener. Like this one, it automatically feeds, so it keeps the pencils from breaking during sharpening. A blending tool, like a colorless blending pencil or a swab. Also, having a good eraser helps. I like to use a mechanical eraser and a sandpaper block. The sandpaper is to clear the eraser and blending tool. Here are the steps to building a realistic drawing. First, I like to start with the iris and pupil. We use a black pencil to fill in the pupil, and then we build the rest of the eye around that. Next, we build a round shape with our base color. We're just making basic shapes at first. This is only our first layer, so it's light. We use our base color in black to add streaks to the iris. While we build each layer, we blend with our colorless blender. Next up, we use the eraser to add highlights. Then we shade and highlight the top part of the eye where the eyelid will be. One of the most important shadows is in the iris. Remember, an eye is round and the lenses are at the front reflective and clear. Next, we start to build eyelids around the iris. Next, we begin to fill in the eyelids. We work piece by piece. By building in sections and layers, we build up realistic-looking shadows. At this point, we focus on light placement. We decide where the shadows fall from the light. In this drawing, the light is coming from directly above the eye. So now we know all the shadows fall from top center down. We work one area at a time so we can blend smoothly into the next. Working light to dark helps reduce the amount of pencil we have to put down. Without a blender, the pencils do not look as smooth and there will be gaps and dots. Using a blending pencil or swab will improve your art immensely. One trick is to stand your pencils pointed down in a jar with a tiny bit of water. The pencil tips will get softer and blend easier. After we blend, we are ready to start adding details. We work shadows one piece at a time and one shape at a time. Now we add a few eyelashes and darker shading. If you take your time, you can focus on each shape. We use flesh tones like umber, yellow, red, and even some blue. Light at first, build layer by layer. This working layer by layer is the key to realism. In this example, we build up part of the face around the eye. We use brighter colors towards the top, getting darker as we go down. Piece by piece, when working textures, I like to do the lowest texture first, then build up. Like in the shadows between wrinkles, and then building up to the top layer. This usually is highlighted by erasing. Now using browns, reds, yellows, and black. We build and build. I try to stay away from too much black until final details. Black can spread easily. Instead, I use a dark brown and then black. Now we're ready for more eyelashes. While I'm doing the lashes, I will add the reflection in the iris. I use a brush and a bit of white paint, but some artists use paint pens. When drawing eyes, the reflection gives a sense of shape, texture, and sometimes emotion. It's where most of the realism will be for the viewer. Then we go back over the shadows to give depth. In order to have highlights, you have to have shadows. We rework the whole picture and add these darker shadows. Shadows usually fall near brighter spots. Now that we have nice defined shadows, it's time to show the light. So we use the eraser to add highlights. Just highlight anything you think might reflect light. After highlights, I like to knock it back with shadows. Add any additional highlights or shadows to enhance the three-dimensional effect. You can also use a blending tool to smooth out colors in the iris and sclera. Now this is where our layers will really begin to come to life. The highlights bounce off the shadows, giving texture. Texture is key to realism. Without texture, it is just a flat drawing. By layering, we add texture automatically. By putting shadows closer to highlights, we draw the viewer closer. Review and adjust. Step back and look at your drawing. By taking a break, you will relax your eyes. By relaxing, you can refocus on the whole picture. Detail is important, but never forget the whole picture. Choose a spot on the picture and use it as the focal point. I do this with the reflections. Whatever point you choose, do the most detail there. This is where we want the focus for the viewer. Make any necessary adjustments to colors, highlights, or shadows. Remember, it's your drawing, so the detail is all up to you. The point is to practice and have fun. Now it's finally finished. What do you think of it? Here are a few tips and tricks for drawing with colored pencils. Use various pressure levels with your colored pencils to achieve different shades. Layer colors to create depth and richness. Reference real eyes or high-quality images for accuracy. With practice, you'll be able to create stunning eyes using colored pencils. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and a comment.